What up, guys? JP back at you once again, bringing you guys episode number 31 in my entire DVD and Blu-ray collection. Of course, this is a series in which I show you guys everything that I own, and this series has been taking way longer than I thought, but hopefully I'm going to record a few videos and we'll have them at least weekly going forward. We're almost done with the DVDs, almost, but we still got a few more episodes of the DVDs. These are mostly things I haven't seen, so it shouldn't take as long. I won't have much to say about them. And they're all sort of things that are in my collection that I have not integrated into my shelves in terms of like alphabetical order. This is just random titles that I picked up that I never watched, never put back in my collection. I used to have a watch stack, and then as I watch things, I would put them in alphabetical order. It's not like that anymore. It's just a complete mess. Hopefully, within the next like few months, I'll develop more of a system for watching and you know, categorizing things so it's not so messy. But you know, that's what happens when you buy more than you watch. So let's jump into it, guys. Episode 31. First up, we have Dark House. This is another one of those Fangoria Fright Fest. A little interesting fact about these is I actually picked them up to do on a podcast that never happened. So I own all these for that reason, but oh well, you know, still something that I would pick up anyway. This one stars Jeffrey Combs. I'm pretty sure that I've heard okay things about this one out of the ones that Fangoria did in this particular line. I'm not really sure, but I will check it out eventually. It's kind of a generic title. A lot of films have that title. After that, we have Roadkill, which I don't know much about, but it does seem to be more of a road horror film, which I'm a sucker for. I love road horror. Hopefully that this one is not complete and utter garbage. I haven't heard many good things about it, though, so it is possible that it is bad. The cover is not really too good either, but I am interested in that one more than most of the ones in this line. After that, Fangoria Fright Fest, The Tomb. This one looks really uninteresting to me. I mean, even some of the stills on the back look boring as hell. I wouldn't be surprised if this is one of the worst out of all of the Fangoria Fright Fest line, at least this line. There's a many different, like, Fangoria Presents, Fangoria Fright Fest, Fangoria whatever. There was that other one that we reviewed that had the 5 films, but The Tomb. After that, we have Meet Me There. This is actually one that I did. I totally forgot I had this. I'm pretty sure I got this as a screener and never got around to it. And honestly, this is in a section of my collection that I barely ever get to when I go to watch things because it's behind stuff. There's things on the floor in front of it, and I just never really go over there. It's not in the stuff in the area behind me. It's over that way, which it's not ridiculously hard to get to. It's just convenience-wise. I don't feel like moving anything. But Meet Me There. I mean, it has all these little leaf things that I always like seeing these because, you know, most of the time it means that the film is actually half decent. But other times you have to really be careful to look at them because sometimes they just say they're in they're a selection, and some of the festivals are pretty awful sounding. So this one does look like it has not really many legit, you know, known festivals, and it was just a selection at all of these, so it's not winner or, you know, best picture or anything like that. So these little leaf things can be misleading sometimes, those things there, but I do like them. I do like when they're on there. After that, we have Creep, which I have heard good things about. I think that it's a subway horror film, I believe, and I absolutely love films that take place in the underground or in contained areas. I'm a sucker for contained horror films, so this is definitely one that is more high on my to-watch list than some of the other titles. After that, we have Camp Massacre, starring Brie Olson, Al Snow, and Scott Tepperman. Brie Olson, I believe, is a porn star. Al Snow, former WWE wrestler. So that's something, I guess, but honestly, I mean, this film looks super low budget on the back. I'm probably going to hold this off on this one for a little while. After that, we have Audrey Rose. I grabbed this in FYE a long time ago for like half off. It was about $2.50. Killer Kid film, you know. I'm always going to put these in my collection. Any horror film that was really made in the 70s is going to go in my collection anyway. So this is one that I'll eventually check out. After that, we have a Wild Eye. It is Jonah Lives. I'm pretty sure that I've heard mainly bad things on this one, so I'm not really rushing out to pop it in the DVD player anytime soon. After that, we have The Little Girl Who Lives Down the Lane. I remember also grabbing this one for about $2.50 out at the FYE on a half off day or something like that. Buy one, get one half off, something. I can't really remember. But yeah, I think this one is just getting a Blu-ray release, or has just got a Blu-ray release by Kino, maybe. I've not really seen this one, but like I said, I pick up any film that's from the 70s. I believe this is from the 70s. And yeah, pretty cool stuff. Also looks like a Killer Kid or Trouble Kid, something like that. After that, we have Takashi Miike's Ichi the Killer. We were supposed to do a Miike special on the podcast, but unfortunately that's been pushed back for a while. I'm sure we'll get to it eventually when I come back. You know, probably going to be a while from now, but hopefully we eventually do it. I've always wanted to check out more of his films because so many people hold him in such high regard, and I've literally seen like nothing that he's done. So I can't wait to kind of expand my horizons on Takashi Miike a little bit. So that's Ichi the Killer. After that, we have Rodan and War of the Gargantuans. This is sent to me from Derek. It's still sealed, yeah, I know. But I do greatly appreciate it because this is going to come in handy for that late night when I'm just sort of chilling, ain't really nothing going on. I'm just watching some movies, and all of a sudden it's like 2 in the morning, and it's a nice summer night, dark as hell, you know, home alone, nobody's bugging me, and I'm sort of just in that chill state. That's when I like to watch stuff like this. It takes me back to when I was a kid. So saving it for that one of those nights. After that, we have Ebola Zombies. Also Wild Eye. I don't think I've heard that much of anything about this one. So usually if it's a Wild Eye, guys, I gotta be honest. Like I don't even request these to review anymore because it's not fair for me to get them and then not review them. And I have a problem watching these films because they're usually bad. And if they are bad, I don't think the press guy really likes you to put out bad reviews, and most of the time they are bad, so I just don't review them, or I don't watch them, or if I heard somebody say that it's awful, I don't even want to watch it, because I have so many things that is good, or at least I'm curious about, that I can't even get to, so why am I going to spend what little attention span I do have on like bad movies from Wild Eye? So you know, and that's not to say Wild Eye is completely bad, because I've seen 2 really cool films from Wild Eye the last time I did some Wild Eye reviews. After that, speaking of one that's probably cool that I'm kind of, you know, embarrassed that I haven't watched yet, and that's High 8. There's actually no excuse for why I haven't watched this yet, other than I just didn't watch it yet. I for some reason I just haven't popped it in yet, and I've heard decent things about it, so, you know, I'm kind of being a little hypocritical, I guess. But yeah, I need to watch this, straight up. High 8, anthology, old school style. Looks pretty cool. Need to check it out real soon. After that, we have Frankenstein's Hungry Dead. Also looks like shit, honestly. But I actually will watch that. American Poltergeist probably looks like the more crappy one out of everything here. Obviously cashing in on the 2015 Poltergeist remake. This also came out in 2015. You can probably find it in any of your Walmarts, or maybe not now, but back when it came out you could. After that, we have Blood Slaughter Massacre, also Wild Eye. This one doesn't look bad, but I hear that it's awful, so that's one of the reasons I have not watched this one. Maybe one day sooner I'll check it out. After that, we have Takashi Shimizu's Tormented. A little Asian flick I picked up for $3 at the Big Lots. Gotta do it. You know, can't really pass up cheap flicks like that, especially some Asian film that I never heard of. After that, we have Psycho 2, 3, 4, and Bates Motel. This is not the TV series Bates Motel. This is the TV movie Bates Motel. Often unheard of for a long time. A lot of people didn't know it existed because it was never released. It only aired like twice or something like that. A lot of people didn't remember it, but it's finally got an official release. And I gotta say, guys, I already own the other three Psychos, but I picked this up for, I believe, like $3.50 at Walmart. They had, for some reason, they had it lower than $5, which I was super surprised about. And it was for Bates Motel. I've never seen it. And whenever we do cover the Psycho films, I can't wait to actually see it and see what it's like. So the Psycho series is a lot bigger than some might think, because you have Psycho 1 through 4, and then you have the remake and Bates Motel. It's crazy that it's that big, plus the TV show. So yeah, Psycho. After that, we have Queen Crab from Wild Eye, which I've actually heard this one is kind of fun. So this one is higher on my Wild Eye list than most of the other films. You know, it's obviously a bad movie, but just it's kind of charming. After that, we have A Plague So Pleasant, also by Wild Eye. So yeah, not much about this one that I know. I think that it's bad, but I can't remember. So that is it.